Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night to you, dear friends, and welcome. I repeat, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to you, my dear interweb audience friends. Welcome. Please stand by as DJ Zed and I have a little bit of a starting thingamahoo, little starting ritual to get through. DJ Zed, fire up Untitled Electro Funk Untitled from your Untitled album, Untitled. Please enjoy this music as we prepare to dive into some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 after a brief pre-game chat lounge session. As we prepare to launch Black Ops 6, a quick moment of your time, friends. An important announcement and survey. Before we begin, may I have your attention? A survey question of the day, or of the week, maybe even of the month or the year. How many different Call of Duty games do you own? If the answer is 0, no shame, no judgment. The survey's not for you, though. If the answer is 0, that's fine. Rock on. You're still welcome here, especially if you want to watch other people play Call of Duty because you don't or can't or won't. All are welcome here unless they get feisty and trollish. But the question has a purpose. For you Call of Duty players, how many different Call of Duty games do you own? Please let me know in chat. How many of them in total? Which ones? Do you still play them all? Or are you just playing the main title every year? How often do you play? I'm not trying to be invasive. I'm trying to identify potentially interested future members of the multi-game Call of Duty franchise Facebook group-based guild. Name redacted. Squad team name redacted. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what we'll call it. We might stick with squad teamwork, which is the name of the guild I tried to populate during Modern Warfare 2 and 3. But anyways, please do take a moment of your time if you happen to hear this. Eclipse, clip that! Once again, just trying to find multi-Call of Duty franchise game title owners that would be interested in being part of a relaxed and groovy, hyper-casual, but also open to very dedicated, almost daily gamers like myself and everyone in between that would try to organize, totally voluntary, for people that want to show up, specific game invasion events. For example, let's all play Vanguard next Friday, all Friday. No matter what time you drop in, try to drop into Vanguard and try to find your fellow squad mates in the game. Organize with a fellow guild member before you go, whatever, but Friday, all day Friday, 24 hours a day, let's encourage our members to take the time to go. Only if you own it, right? We're trying to get organized in anticipation of the apparent reality, long rumored, that Call of Duty library is coming to Game Pass, which means there will be a huge influx to gamers on all of the games, in all of the games, many of them returning because of whatever reasons they no longer own physical copies of the game or they never had digital copies of the game, etc., etc. So if that sort of thing interests you, whether you're a new Call of Duty gamer or an experienced Call of Duty gamer, the primary requirement is relaxed and grooviness, and the secondary requirement is that you own more than one title of Call of Duty. Even if you just own one title, your favorite title, however many games ago, if that's the one you own and that's the one you play, you want to be in the guild in that game and represent us, be part of that movement. Come on through, let us know. And also, if it interests you, but maybe you don't play this game, but you know some people that do, please share this to them. Eclipse, make a clip of that. That's right, folks. Me, myself, and I, and all my imaginary characters. While trying to write a book series that I'm kind of chicken shit to get started as a live streaming event. We're also trying to organize something else. A presentation of C's Tag Studios live streaming division. A studio that exists entirely in the theater of my own imagination. The incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's almost daily variety gaming and content creation live stream show Extravaganza. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As part of this gaming live stream show, and as part of my journey through the Call of Duty, oh, that's the wrong thing. Gamers for World Peace! As part of my presence in the Call of Duty community, which is a worldwide community. Truly, honestly, you never know with whom and or against whom you will be playing. And there's truly, you know, a participation rate that can be considered universal. Well, in the traditional, like, human nerd sense that it means global. Oh, smack. I didn't leave room for my keyboard over there. Okay. Anyways, Gamers for World Peace, as well as... Do I have a squad teamwork thing here? No, I don't. I thought I had it ready. I'm all out of whack. Squad teamwork, nope. You've been listening to DJ Zed. I hope you appreciate the literary, fictional, robot, rock, muzak, genre, fictional music known as Discotheque Synthetica, created with fictional, literary, animatronic, robot, digital love, and attention to detail. You can orient yourself to all things Zeppoverse by visiting solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. Realizing that all of this is just me trying to monetize my creative interests individually on my own, but it's envisioned as something that would operate like a small, well-funded, independent production studio that creates different kinds of content. Some of which, like this, is all gaming streaming content for the sake of connecting to gaming enthusiasts. Welcome to today's pregame chat lounge session. Oh, I should put on the one that's got the thing on it. Where is that one? Boom. Welcome to today's pregame chat lounge session. I am your humble host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Yeah, so, whew, wow. Our very first disconnect alert of the day. Hopefully, we will survive it and reconnect. Reconnecting, please reconnect. Reconnect. Let's go check our dashboards, shall we? DJ Zed, a little bit of chill DJ Zed music in the background while we jump through the Desktop Infinity Portal new scene of Desktop Portals of Infinity. Boom! Erlin203 recently joined and became top viewer. Thank you. Hello, TikTok Live. I know. I'm technically doing TikTok Live wrong. I think I get it. I've spent a little bit of time perusing TikTok channels, and I apologize. I'm sorry to all of TikTok that I do TikTok Live wrong. But thank you to those who drop by. Sometimes we get lots of activity over there in the TikTok Live. We'll be attempting to come back to this. Not attempting. Sometimes I forget. For which I guess I'm preemptively apologizing. But my new pattern is to try to flip back to this, bringing whatever audience is with us, whether you're watching on Twitch or on TikTok, to do a little thing I call TikTok roll call. Usually most of the people whose names I read off are no longer in the chat, which is a tragedy to me. I'm hoping that it'll become common knowledge and or sort of expected that people will be like, chill until the end of the current match that I'm fighting, and then I'll read out, I'll say hello to whoever's there. As always, drop a hello, drop an emote. I will repeat that forever to try and see people do that, so then I can read off their names in peace. Because that little name widget is just one line. So the moment you flip over there, it starts scrolling through names of anybody that visited. Anyways, let's check in on Twitch and double make sure that we're survived that disconnect alert. It is indeed a stormy, rainy, cold California rain kind of. The kind of rain I expected in January and December. The kind of rain that's like comes with snow. I'm fairly certain, although I could be wrong, I haven't actually checked the weather. But if my nose and bones have ever known accurately, they're telling me that right now, within my immediate, like, it hits me and my body's like barometric pressure sensitivities, there's snowfall. So that means like in the mountains you could see from behind. If my view wasn't obstructed, they're right there. I just can't see them. I wish I could. I wish I had like an unobstructed view of them, but I don't. I would not be surprised if the next day that it like stops, because right now like all day was like gray, like the kind of gray, wet weather we used to normally get in September. Like usually on the turn of a dime, it would be late summer, like, what do you call those? This is no longer acceptable or appropriate, so forgive me for using it. I'm just using it as a historical reference. We used to call them the Indian days, and or the Indian dog days, and or there was another name for it. When you got a bit of late summer like heat past, and or into the fall. And then in September, school would start, and like it was for me, it was a fond memory that almost always but slightly before, sometimes perfectly, impossibly right on the first day of school, or like immediately within the first couple of days of school, the weather would stop, would just magically and very quickly transform from whatever that late stage, still warm, still fun, still bright and clear with no precipitation in the forecast, to the first rain of the season. And I loved that, and I've been missing that. And I'm sorry I bring that up randomly, because it's a delightful, crazy, and what feels like, although I'm technically wrong, it feels like the first real rain of the season. I know it's not, because I've seen rain, not just forecasts, but covered in the real-time weather reports throughout California. It's just the first time it's hit, where it's like I get to enjoy a night where the pitter-patter ebbs and flows, and then sometimes hits surprisingly strong, and ooh, I love that kind of shit. Even though that can often translate into technical problems for any like infrastructure, because a bunch of people are online, or because the temperatures impact stuff, or because there's a bit of flooding or water gets in somewhere or whatever. Anyways, hello, welcome to the pregame chat line session. We checked out thing. Let's go see if anybody's on TikTok. Claude Moreno just dropped in. Thank you for coming through. And oh yeah, our chat bots are not active right now. I wish they would connect to TikTok. I'm surprised that with all the new TikTok's been saved hoopla that we don't, but I bet we will. I don't know. I've not seen anything, but I'm the kind of person that that I feel comfortable with my understanding of the way things like a company that develops software, generally speaking, works. Having worked a little bit in specifically the video game industry on the development side, in the testing cycles as a quality assurance tester player. And I've been studying a little bit of code. Back then I was ambitious and trying to learn code. Trying to learn code kicked my ass and cost me way too much money, and I failed. It's a sad place where I have some shame, because I consider myself a very intelligent person. And I am. It's just not in that bandwidth. It was just like I was so out of my depth. give my body something to do that's creative and complicated and challenging, and boop. I used to be anyways. Who knows if I can, if that's technically true anymore. I haven't stepped foot in a theater or a studio in a depressingly way too long period of time. But welcome to what is my humble substitute, my surrogate, my live stream and other media content creation cornucopia of I don't even know what I'm talking about, of disorganized chaos. All right, so we'll be back to do that. You see how that works. I over-explain this all the time because I want it to catch on. I want people to be like, oh, okay, this is the setup. This is Streamlabs, and not until we get some new future update where Twitch and TikTok alerts and chat can show up integrated in this chat bar that I look at that works in near real time. And or also any of the chat boxes, which you can't see because they're invisible until I put something in them. Let's put my favorite emote of all time, bleed purple, bleed purple, bleed purple. Because it sounds something like, I just like it because it's a weird, instead of purple heart, which I guess is proprietary, someone owns that. Someone trademarked that, right? Because it's an important service award. So somebody must own that phrase. Welcome. Real, raw, radically unscripted, and sometimes irrationally underprepared. This live stream show is weird and not like other people's live stream show. I will warn you about that. First of all, I allow my brain to go off on tangents, prompting these things that we call, I'm on the wrong place. Chat with the iPad Pro. Let's go. Oh yeah, I was checking out sometimes I need to double check all my things to see if they're actually working. Chat box, are you actually working? Well, you are technically, but you're way out of whack. You're both in the wrong place and no one can see you. Forgive me for this little bit of behind the scenes. There it is. That should have been there. And maybe not quite that huge. The box for it in the template is like absurdly tiny and I can't read it when it's there. So I don't do it. I can just kind of do that. Okay, forgive me now, TikTok. I need to reconfigure some of these pages also because a new design concept idea has come to me for the vertical layout. Instead of I've noticed that when I've been surfing through TikTok channels, forgive me, there's so many words that sound alike and start with the same effing consonants that sometimes my brain goes super dyslexia and starts saying the wrong words. Super spinnerism mode. And that is because your human languages are not native to me. I am a fictional character from a book series you have not read yet. And in reality, my native tongue is vocabulary free. That's a long thing that's a lot. The pin on the corkboard. I think I've explained it before and I'll have to come back and explain it again. Please tune into my the Zeppoverse world building audio blog podcast project. One of the many podcasts nestled within the overall umbrella that is the Almost Daily Zencast podcast. A podcast of many podcasts. I humbly invite you to listen to it if you are a mature, open-minded, intellectually willing to explore ideas you may not be familiar with before getting triggered and losing your marbles and issuing malarkey nonsense confrontationalism, right? So mature audiences. It's all tied together. The podcast is a working MacGuffin inside the book series, or else it theoretically will be once I get around to introducing that ingredient. That particular puzzle piece is not in any of the sample chapters that are available on Wattpad, another dimension of the Zeppoverse. The place where you can actually read sample chapters. Warning, please be advised, they are my own sort of literary attempt to create my own fictional future / retconning history to be weird and fantastical, and it is a giant and currently discordant and disorganized soup of attempting to homage way too many different literary, cinematic, and yes, indeed, video game sources into one cohesive world that eventually will make sense. Because it makes sense up here, and it's just that I'm struggling to write it to begin with. And in a crazy, crazy attempt to overcome my writer's block, I'm trying to dare myself, because I'm chicken shit intimidated by this idea, like for reals. Like I have performed live on stage in front of foreign audiences and done it in a zen, I'm in the flow, no fear, no confidence either, just no judgment of it at all. Just be present in the moment and do the thing like you know, like it's in the bones. And also, I'm living in the moment and it's unfolding before me as if it had never happened before, which is the magic of theater. It's it right there in the French tradition of the word rehearsal. There is a sort of slightly mystic interpretation of the definition, which is not always the one that you find in the dictionary. But to refine and repeat a theatrical event in a recursive manner until it unfolds as if for the very first time before the audience. And that's my interpretation of this thing that I learned about an old French way of defining rehearsal, which I might as well just call my own definition of it because it is my experience. My literal, like, physiological experience with theater can be summed up in that way. That the unknown words and the invented movements and blocking of whatever theater event, when properly rehearsed and invested in a sort of surrealist, like theater is magic kind of way. And I don't mean anything ooky spooky, and I do not mean invoking anything biblical or anything demonic or anything like that. I just mean, you know, the awe, the power of the mind kind of magic, the power of nature kind of magic, because it's a natural thing. We are natural storytellers. And for those who do not understand, sometimes, either because of an audience prompt or because of some interesting, curious turn of events and or character interaction that happens in a game as I play it for the very first time, or some curious thought that just interrupts everything, I will capture ideas that I would have otherwise never been able to write. So I discovered that when I was like doing live streaming as a something else to do because I was frustrated that I was experiencing writer's block, right? And so then came the suggested idea, which I had also had, but went, whoa, I don't know, it feels horrible. But someone else was like, you should try just writing your book series as a live stream show. Even if it's cringe, like people will come watch. And then eventually someone will be like, oh, I get it. And we'll play along and be the reader, audience, questioner, willing collaborator to talk to. Because my brain works that way. For me to sit before a typewriter or a digital keyboard or even a tape recorder, whatever you think, it's still incomplete. I need... When two or more are gathered, the muses are upon me and them. And I think that's the truth about people that transcends any ideological attempt to interpret it within any kind of ideological construct. Okay, what the hell am I talking about? We're trying to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Welcome to the show. This is weird and eccentric like that. And yeah. Okay, so I've been away from the game for a hot minute, and now we're coming back to it. Let's try to hit the right scenes. I recently relabeled a bunch of these, and so now I'm confused. I'm trying to reorganize my whole infrastructure over there on Streamlabs, so then I can go and revise. And I want things to look a little bit better. Also, all these chat boxes are all in the wrong place. Forgive the need, because it's probably going to be true in every screen for whatever the F the fuck reason. And I'm not entirely sure what happened, because wasn't I just using this the other day and it looked fine? Also, my webcam is on the wrong side of the world. Come back before. There you go. Now you are in the frame, not above the frame. And you're not blocking. I am talking to the items on screen. I'm sorry. It's weird. I am a weirdo. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm over-explaining it. Maybe the only people visiting are people are like, yeah, we've heard it all before. You're crazy and you play video games and somehow also try to write a book series And someday I'm going to maybe actually just sit with an open page. There we go. That's the way we want it. Except maybe we move that? No, it doesn't matter. It is where it is right now. Oh, but we want to move it for TikTok, because TikTok, you guys are all seeing that. The new design idea for TikTok vertical is to put chat up top so that it, like, especially for when I like post chat that I want others to see if I'm distracted or busy, like focusing on the game. I'll drop a thing in chat to be like, hopefully they'll see it. And because of the way TikTok works, if you're also reading whatever chat is happening in TikTok, which is often nothing, it's flowing up and covering up that, which will not be the same text, right? Okay, now we got to move the Xbox picture from there. You know, we should probably move it from the other side too. Okay, sorry. Sometimes we get bogged down and need to do this, like, I guess, behind the scenes. Mostly because I'm a weirdo and I will kind of not do this before going live. Also, I just been using this template for the last couple days and it's been fine. So it's weird to me. There we go. We'll put the Xbox here. We're not actually looking at the Xbox right now, so it's fine if it's down at the bottom and it's got stuff blocking it. When we go to the live scene, though. All right, enough preamble. You're here probably because this is labeled Black Ops 6 and you want to see if I'm any good at it. I do want to introduce what's going on, though, because to me, this live stream is more than just playing Call of Duty or just playing a variety of different games or claiming to and then failing and mostly just playing Call of Duty all the time. That's me taking a poke at me because it happens. I'll sometimes be like, oh snap, we haven't played any of our other games and it's been weeks. And we keep like, oh, we're gonna play this other game. I'm supposed to have a week-to-week schedule where, like, on Fridays, even if we play Call of Duty, we also do what the fuck day is it right now? It's Thursday. What was Thursdays? We had a whole theoretical, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but like on scrap paper. I never like put it in, so like wrote it down on a notebook where I can look it up. Civ 7 is it 5, 6? Yeah, it is 7. Civ 7's available now, and I'm so sad because I totally want it. Oh, out of curiosity, let's see if it's available on what's going on the iPad. Also, I might play a little bit of that after I like peak out of Call of Duty and feel like my diminishing returns on performance level impact me. Maybe that's what we'll turn to. I don't know. To sort of celebrate that Civ 7 is out. My budget for this project of many projects is currently tapped for the current cycle. I wish I had the extra like $130 to get the full-blown deluxe package. If any gracious sugar streamer audience supporter wants to, is that rude? Is that the wrong? I shouldn't have probably used the word sugar. That invokes an image that is unnecessary. I don't mean to judge that either. Like whatever. If I had money, I would do really weird things that some people would judge too, like feed the homeless all the time and maybe, you know, like get them homes. If I was a bazillionaire, sorry for this random thing. This is like real. Especially with what's going on in the world. And people will tell me that I'm wrong because the money will change me, or people will tell me that I'm just virtue signaling, but I was raised in a church and taught by people who kept asking me, well, what do you think Jesus would do? And I was a critical thinker from a very early age. I was always curious and I was always asking. Like, but, you know, I was one of those annoying kids that was like, but why? And then ultimately, like, if you don't know, can we find someone that does? Like, because I knew when someone was like not answering the question and just trying to give me filler to get me to stop. Like I got myself into some hot water in like every religious class, every kind of religious education class, Sunday school, whatever. Like I went to a religious affiliated high school, actually, which is a lot. I bet a lot of people on the social media that come to my page and get mad at me for daring to criticize and question and ask, is this what Jesus would be doing about everything that's going on in politics in the name of? And I don't mean to get controversial, but that's why I've decided I just got to label my show, because that comes out of my brain too. I'm trying to get to Black Ops 6, and it could be any game, and I'll be like, no, I've got to say a few things because it's here and we are a community. And I am trying to establish like a gamers for world peace movement. And whether you are affiliated with a religious community that calls itself Christian or not, and I'm trying to choose my words very carefully, I think it's fair for anyone and everyone to agree to be able to voice their opinion about whether or not what's happening in our world today. And there are many levels to this, right? And many places, many things we can point to where, like, is that what Jesus do? A group of people doing things in the name of Jesus, but I don't know, based on my honest, intellectually, like, unbiased, as best as I can get, as best as anybody can get, like, if you read the words of that are attributed to him, and, you know, and there's a bunch of caveats there, which I've addressed. If you're interested in that, I humbly invite you to go check out a couple of my more recent podcast episodes. You can go into a slightly deeper dive. And then I beg you, please, drop whatever thoughts, questions, critiques, comments. All I ask is that everything remains civil and humane. And that we talk about it from a perspective of, like, let's think about it critically. And critically thinking, I can't circle that square. Never have been. And I've been pretty publicly open about that on the social medias for quite some time now. And will continue to be. But I myself need escape from that, right? As someone that dedicates themselves to trying to stay aware, to try to call things out on my limited but aspiring to become, recognized voice in the cacophony of voices on any of the social media platforms that I'm on, to be a contributor to the public discourse so that we can engage in it. Like, I stand by the kinds of things that I've said, and that I will continue to say, and thus that's how it all ties together. Playing video games as a live stream thing I'm doing for multiple purposes, which I over-explain a bit too often, just so that anybody who doesn't understand or doesn't know why I'm doing it, as opposed to anybody else is doing it, knows where I'm coming from. It's a platform provided to us, right, as a means where we can, theoretically, identify an audience that appreciates what we bring to the table and commodify ourselves for their entertainment. Because apparently that's a way we can do that, make a living, right? Or earn income in our ever evolving and ever increasingly digitized capitalist economy. Set aside whatever debates you want to have about capitalism. That's what's going on these two platforms, right? That's what's supposed to be going on. So I'm doing that and a little bit more. I'm not just playing the video game content. I'm literally researching and getting to know so I can be conversant in my own way and knowledgeable for myself about as many of these games as possible, so I can write sort of what I would call fan fiction inspired sci-fi action adventure literary interpretations of that research, like as expressed vis-a-vis what characters are doing in my book series. That may not make sense up front, but I hope that during the course of the following year, as more and more audience members hopefully gather around and go, that's interesting, that y'all come through, hang out, chat, and at your own pace. And I realize even for something that is just launching and incomplete, I realize I've got too much content for any one person to casually peruse and consume and get a complete total grasp on in the course of, you know, a casual looking or two. I'm trying to find people that might be like, yes, I get it. This is an experimental process to develop many individual titles that are part of a huge conceptual structure that arguably I don't even think I could ever write alone if I did nothing but sat in front of a keyboard and typed all day long every day as if it was a full-time job, which I'm trying to sort of create a hybrid of that by making it all a live stream, which is why I do content creation episodes. If you've noticed some of those where it's like, I have to make content about this content. Let's go make the content together. You'll see this later, and by those of you who watch me make the content, it might be a little redundant, but other people who did not will see the content as finished. And right now, I have been hitherto, up until now, in a purely free-form, abstract, experimental phase. Things will theoretically, if I exercise my own priorities and to-do lists that exist in my creative, obsessive compulsive mind, will morph whatever my live stream could be described as being before into one where people who drop by know that, you know, during a certain portion of the day, we're literally going to be sitting there reading pages from the book series and either editing them or updrafting them and or reading them as a sort of presentation of, in a, you know, kind of like an audiobook dramatic reading form. They are my books. I think I can build the video audio blog, you know, podcast reading of my books from the ground up as we write them, so that, you know, people can approach the books in as many different interesting ways as possible. One future versions of some of the books I envision is like a digital ebook with animations and imagery and embedded movie, you know, and, you know, real live action stuff, all of which is way too much for me to do on my own. But here we are, trying to build the proof of concept of it, at least large enough for other people who might be like, oh, I get it, I'm interested. And I get where it's going, and I get what it's about, even though it's a disorganized mess right now. Enough to either get involved and or, if they're the right kind of people, and not a scam, because, hey, I've been on the internet since before most people who were scamming were born. I've seen a thing or two. So I don't think I'm about to fall for any of that. But after vetting and proof of, you're really the person I'm talking to, if any people who are like, yeah, we can invest, or if any of those, like, angel gift investor, influencer, streamer types drop by and drop me a big old, now I gotta pay crazy taxes gift bomb, I'll take it. Even with the tax hit, I'll proudly pay more taxes than I'm supposed to so that I get a refund, because that's what you're supposed to do. I don't get it why everyone doesn't do it. Instead, they sit around grumbling about owing and then calling it theft. Just pay a little bit, lend them. You're lending your own country money, bro. That's a whole episode I don't know that I've done, but I'm not a bootlicker in any way, shape, or form, right? Because that's the first place people who are opposed to taxation as it exists now. The whole beef we had during the Boston Tea Party was the part about representation, bro. We weren't against taxes. We were against crazy, stupid taxes that impacted the working class and gave tax breaks to the wealthiest without representing everyone equally. What does that remind you of? Maybe what's going on right now in this current administration? How dare I say that instead of play Call of Duty? Clip that! I hope Eclipse makes a really good clip of that shit. But I'll stand by those remarks, right? Because I would literally, I'm trying to like speak it, put it on the vision board, manifest it into existence. I would love for, and obviously we have the obvious examples of the kind of creators that are these kinds of creators, but there seems to be a, let us call them a demographic of online content creators that are influencers that are gift blessing angels in their modality. And I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they're empowered to do it. Bro, if I was born wealthy, I would be doing literally that in some shape or way or form or fashion. That would be groovy and not a tax burden on those that receive the gifts. Like, I don't know if they do. I don't know if insert any of the content creators that do this are approaching it this way. But if I could theoretically suddenly have access to like the budget to make a show about like rescuing people who need money for whatever reasons, blessing people who are trying to create their online hustle and find their audience, bless them and empower them to do it, with better technology or with a little bit of investment capital to spend on stuff that they need that they can't afford. Do you guys remember Pimp My Ride? Sorry for using that word. Remember that television show that was literally called, quote, please don't get mad at me, P-I-M-P, your ride. I don't know, for some reason I'm worried that is a red flag word now. I don't know why. But you remember that show? I think different, like, custom auto body shops worked with the was it MTV that did it originally, or one of the spin-offs, or one of the competitors? I forget now. I remember, but it was cool. Even though I'm not a car person, I'm literally not a car person. And I don't mean to judge car people or cars or whatever. I'm just not. They're functional to me, and they are a liability and a financial burden. And I don't pretend otherwise. And they are something that must be maintained and upkept. And that is that's literally what accountants call a liability. And that a liability means it's a financial burden. And it's never going to go up in price, right? Unless you do some sort of crazy investment in it to convert it into something that becomes a commodity. And those are all real academic, technical terms about finance. I'm not pretending to be a finance guru or expert. I'm just an ordinary Joe Schmo, hopefully common sense. I am the product of two accountants, though. So maybe I know a little bit more percentage-wise than your average Joe Schmo about accountancy, because there's a few things there that those who raised me were like, as accountants, we should inform you of this so that you're not misguided in your thinking. And I think more people need that kind of information in their lives, but I'm not here to be that guy. Because that's a whole level of financial liability I do not care to invoke. I am here to point out and question and call out some of that stuff in our society. Go check out my podcast. My point is, if I had the kind of investment capital for whatever reasons, I was born into it, I was magically discovered by someone who was like, I want to invest in that. Someone swooped up and, and married me into that kind of wealth, whatever. As long as it was relaxed and groovy and positive and good and what's the word I'm looking for? Good for everyone involved. I would turn around and be like, I'm going to utilize this budget that we're all agreeing, whoever's involved, to be a budget for this project, to go and gift it in small but meaningful doses so that we can keep the budget going through investment per, back engine stuff, and make sure that whatever the size of the gift is, that we also include preemptively, like, the tax cost on it. And there's ways to do that. I'm not savvy enough to be able to tell you and explain to you the ways. I'm not giving tax advice. Don't accuse me of doing so. I'm just saying, in my imagination, and more pertinently, in the book series, when I write that character, that's the way they're going to do it. That's the way I theoretically would do it. And I'm just sharing that for the world to know. And hopefully to try to maybe speak some of that happening to me in a, so crazy some would say crazy, arguably wishful thinking, manifesting, vision boarding kind of way. All right, let us move on to the main premise of this show. Where are the Xbox feeds? There they are. Boom. All right, I'm done rambling. That was our pregame chat lounge session. Thank you for anyone who dared to engage in actually hearing me out. Full circle, I am indeed trying to launch a Call of Duty multi-title gaming guild. I don't like the other word that is commonly used because it's got some unfortunate associations. And so anybody who plays multiple titles of Call of Duty and would, or owns them and wants to get back into playing them, or only plays Warzone but thinks this is cool and has the disposable income to get into one or more, a few more titles, even if it's just one, like I already explained. We're looking for players who want to play and also represent the guild. Of course, you got to be relaxing, groovy, and you will be interviewed to be screened as such. Okay, anyways, blah, blah, blah. Hit me up on the social medias. Let's go! Call of Duty, enough rambling. Snap-a-doodle, of course there was something I forgot about yesterday. The new event is here, and I love that graphic. We're stealing it. There's so much purple. Stealing it. What am I saying? We are fan fiction borrowing that image for future reuse. Has something to do. Okay, add the TR2 marksman rifle to your arsenal to become a truly elite warrior. Okay. New long-range rifle plus the new Slipstream MP perk. A new attachment, new cosmetics, and more by completing the Shadow Hunt challenges across all game modes. Oh yeah, I heard about this. Battle Ready Pizza Fueled, they're ready to drop in for some action in Call of Duty. Check out the teaser trailer to learn more. Is there a trailer over here? No, that's the event. There's a trailer there. Satine Smoke Reactive, Tracer Pack. Smoke bundle that includes the Humble Brag, DMR Weapon Blueprint, Bailey's Smoking Gun Emergency Wheels. I'm gonna go check out that bundle. Kind of a Matrix vibe. Alright, let's be nerds and watch the hold on, let me turn off the echo chamber. Sorry. Let's be nerds. Well, I should have turned it off because I'm gonna turn it right back on because I'm gonna listen to it on the speakers. Let's be nerds.
Pop the lid! Pop the lid!
Hang on! I want to try my hydraulic wedge.
Move, I'll do it.
Quietly, guys.
Is that it? That can't be it. That is kind of adorably perfect, though, if it is it.
Pop the lid!
Hang on. I want to try my hydraulic wedge.
Move, I'll do it.
Quietly, guys.
I kind of wish there was like one more little moment. Also, I'm confused. Why are their eyeballs got no pupils? Is that supposed? Are they? Their masks don't look like they have eye-covered golf balls like other characters do. That looks like those are actually their eyeballs. They got no eyeballs. They got no pupils in their eyeballs. Is that an accident? What happened there? I mean, that's kind of, it's weird. They look like Deadpool, right? Like, on Deadpool's mask, those aren't his eyes. He just is supposed to be able to express using his facial expressions are expressed through the mask. How? I don't know, however, because it's only just leather and fabric, I guess. It's not like bulletproof. It's not a mech suit. It's just leather and fabric. And I presumably it's supposed to be supple and like tight enough and flexible enough that it's like letting you see what his expressions are. It's also totally unrealistic in as much as that effectively Deadpool's face is his mask when he's wearing it. That is his face because of the way it's how over the top its expressivity is. No mask would ever convey that much of the underlying expressions used by a person unless it was a straight like latex rubber application that was like super thin. Well, relatively thin. Anyways, back to this. Why do they have Deadpool-style eyes that appear? If you look really closely, they got like, they're like eyelid ridges right there under the mask. Those are not like golf cuppy things that are part of the mask to protect their eyes, like, you know, to cup from debris and or conceal their eye color and shape and whatnot. Those look like it's their actual eyeballs, which is gross. You can really see it in, oh, I don't know their names and their colors. I know their names. It's like the Beatles of ancient art, but classic art. But I don't know which one's which is what I'm saying. I don't know off the top of my head. I have to like see it. But let me move my face out of the way. Over here, all the way to the left on the image, like, look at that sunlit mask and like, that's an eyelash-free eyelid. Or on the purple dudes, like look at the side that's getting hit by the sunlight. That's his eyelid. So why does he have a golf ball with the... I'm going to stop. Okay. That was just weird to me, you guys. Really weird. I think it's cute that they're here. I mean, people are going to love it. People are going to hate it. All right, let's go check out this new event. Oh, and there's free things in the thing. Where are we on the battle pass? We got 34 days left. We have not even hit the mid-season refresh. And we are 68% complete. This might be my new favorite bundle. Just because I was like the lady bundles. And if y'all are going to judge me about that and or assume like the gross things that it could be, I just think it's cool. And I have no problem playing as a female character, and I don't get why people do. TR2 DMR. This is a screen. I don't care what screen. I don't ever equip those. Nice calling card. It's in my colors range. I love me some purple calling cards. This is for Bailey? Alright. I think these are cute. I don't know why people get outraged about these. I mean, I'm not going to spend $1 bazillion getting all of these. I'm not a Valentine's Day fan. But I think it's adorable that people get these and that they do stuff. This is their way of being capitalists, right? Like, just like I'm engaging in the capitalist system because the capitalist system gave me this platform, gave us this platform, where we are free to fail to find an audience. Hooray, what do we got as a free gift? I should turn down the echo chamber so it's not... Pow! Like, just like, you know, I'm not going to be outraged if there's a sports theme one. It's going to be fun. This one's just cool looking. Some of them are just well-designed, interesting things. Like, I love the vampire. You know the ones I like. I've already... Is that new? Doom and Boom. What is it? Oh, no. I don't care the blueprints for those. They don't actually add attachments. So they shouldn't be called blueprints. They should be called skins. It's one thing I would have beefed about. I would have called that out at any kind of design meeting. I would have been like, bro, boss, person. I'm not trying to get just plain old argumentative here, but this is not a blueprint. This is just a skin by our own technical functional definition. This is a blueprint because it's a specific configuration of attachments to the thing. See, this is a skin. It's not a blueprint. That's a dope little reticule. I kind of like it. Where have I seen this sticker before? Do I just recognize it from the list whenever I've scrolled through the stickers list, maybe? It's cute. Alright, and it's cheap. I still want the New Year's Eve 2025 pack, actually. If I had a bunch of money to blow on getting more games and stuff for the purposes of, like, whoop-de-doo, it's stuff to do in the game for the live streaming, I would get that one in particular because I love New Year's. It's my favorite day of the year. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, we're checking out the event. Oh, thank God, it's a 6-day event. I didn't just already miss it. We completed the Terminator event. Yay! We will be activating this new War Machine score streak soon. It's way up on the list, so we're working a couple of other score streaks we haven't progressed on yet first. Woof. I like it. Each challenge has different requirements in multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. Gain favor. That's a cool icon. I'm gonna make that my gamer icon somewhere. That jumping ninja guy. A reward will be earned upon completing each challenge. Join Nocturne's Order. Complete all the limited time challenges to earn the mystery rewards before the event ends. Eliminate targets or smart your enemies and prove you're the ultimate assassin. Complete any of these challenges to obtain rewards. Earn 5,000 score. How many? I wish they would use commas! Please! Please, for the love of our eyeballs and brains, put a comma! Let us know where I know that for some people it's intuitive and easy to just know where the comma breaks are supposed to go on large figures. For many of us, it's the only way we know whether that's 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000. I need to count the commas. Otherwise, I need to count the individual things to be 100% sure. Like, is that, I think that's 50,000? I could be wrong. Yeah, it's 50,000. Okay, that's not that hard. This is a cool emblem. 100 eliminations using a weapon. What? A weapon what? Why does it got a scroll? With a suppressor equipped. Okay, we're gonna have to go through and pull up a few suppressors. 5 matches. That's gonna be cute. I like that. Taking damage 30 times. I don't know if I'll make that. Melee weapons. That'll be cool. An enemy revives by a thingamahoo. What? Oh, I don't use spy cam or prox alarm very much. So I'm gonna have to equip that. Do we just unlock him? And there's a new machine, the TR2. Alright, so be aware of anybody already using this, because it's very unlikely someone's already ground this. I don't know how many days this event has already been up for. But we got 6 days to go. I think that I'll probably get this. These first 3 easy. This one's moderately challenging. This one's also in the moderate because I'm not that great at melee, although I have gotten better overall. This one's probably the most challenging because I just really haven't used those yet. But awesome. And it's a purple thing. Everything's purple. But also, I was not expecting this guy as an operator. Why do we get him as an operator and not either? See, their choices on operators and skins and who gets what, they're often elusive to me and I don't get the logic. Obviously, I'm not there, but if I were there, I would have pushed for slightly different decisions. Not that I'm complaining. I'm categorically a supporter of the Call of Duty franchise. I would ask them to you know, strive for progress in the department of making things more affordable for everybody. One thing you could argue that they're doing there is bringing everything to Battle Pass. I just want to see if I've gotten any. Oh, I won't know this way for sure. I need to look the other way. Let's go to customize. Yay! I forgot we got this one. I'm gonna rock this with some pride. I already forgot how many score streak helicopters you gotta shoot down out of the sky. Oh, it says right there, 30 score streaks. But it's not with the, there's a different one for the fly swatter. This one is for using the tower. I got this one I think I got this one almost exclusively using the tower. Or I'm not sure. Infinite Mock. I forget what this goes with. This came with a bundle or something. I don't know why this is important to me, but it's kind of important to me. I like having combinations that I enjoy, and I don't know what to put with it. This one's kind of awesome, and it is a recent unlock. See, it hasn't picked up new ones recently. I don't know why it's been doing that, but hopefully it will soon. It does have these ones. These ones all loaded up on their own, I think, recently. But no new ones that have been unlocked have unlocked on their own lately. Who are we rocking? Pain? Who else do we like? No, we're gonna keep Pain because he represents that whole cause. Okay. Let's get to it, friends. This event looks interesting, and we've got 6 days. The other event we had a little bit longer, and we finished it super quick. This is going to be a little more challenging. With the Overkill wildcard. Come back here. Let's run through our loadouts. There are some challenges that we need to think about that may require loadout changes, but I already forgot what it is we were dealing with. Overkill. Okay, so that's about switching things out. We've got everything set up in Overkill right now, I think. Almost everything. That one I think I'll actually probably knock out pretty quick. Combat Axe. Are we going to let that just sit, or are we going to throw this in a little bit? We're all thermal right now. Is there a specific tactical or whatever challenge? Complete all 3 multiplayer daily challenges. Get 5 double kills. Stay over there. 5 double kills. Overwatch wildcard, 15 headshots. Okay. None of those involve whatchamahoozles, so except for the calling card. Where is that? Let's swap this version out. For this one. I think I like the handling of this one slightly better. This is the machine we unlocked at the last event, and it's not particularly impressive. Not terrible. These are the 2 bundles, and I permanently keep them here on like the 3rd spot, because I like going to them, but also will play matches without them. But they came with the LA Wildfires Emergency Funds Support Bundle, and I'll tell you what, they're nice to work with. Whatever people may have to say about pay to win, about the aspect of the bundles, you can probably recreate these. Just pay attention, look at the bundle, pay attention to what approximate them. These 2 machines just handle nicely in the configurations that they're arranged, and they look super cool, and they match with that character. And as according to the thing on the description for the bundle, 100% of the proceeds from getting that bundle go to emergency relief funds and supporting people who's lost everything in the fires recently. And yeah, as someone who I know a lot of people who live in that area and were either directly or indirectly or just overall witness to it. But I know people who've lost homes. And I know people who, have friends who lost homes. I know people who have family that lost homes. I know people who've lost family members and whatnot. So it's been an intense start to the year. And that's a big part of it. So I'm gonna keep rocking this character and this bundle and these loadouts with pride, in hopes that other people will notice that it is a particularly specific support fund bundle, and for a worthy cause. They should do this more often, I think. But then it's easy to get overwhelmed, flood the whole market, flood the whole thing in the middle. What are we doing? All right, gonna review this to try to put. I'm debating whether I should replace all of them with throwing axes. I mean, it wouldn't hurt for a hot minute to grind those, even though it's not a challenge. Or if I want to go with a more diverse, mix it up kind of a thing. I think I kind of want to go with a more diverse, mix it up kind of a thing. Because that way, it's a bit of a challenge. I'm going to overemphasize for funsies the throwing axes. And I'm also going to mix it up with a little bit of everything so that I can get around to using a little bit of everything. For fun! I'm not paying attention to which ones they are, really. This one. Now we got 2. Okay. Feels like a fun, randomized, doesn't have everything in it, but we're gonna rock. Isn't it from a bundle? It reminds me of a friend of mine from college. Because I know a guy that looks just like this. I don't know if he still looks like this, but he looked like that in college 100 years ago. KSV, the Model L. That's always whenever evaluating bundles, the important thing for me is what the machines are. Okay. Prestige 10, level 50. I'm impressed when I see this in the field. Legit. When I see this character, Art of War, I'm fairly certain there's a version of this character in Cold War. But when I see this here in Black Ops 6, I'm like, wow. Because that's Prestige 10 that you get at the end. You unlock her at the end of Prestige 10. No, I've never seen this before. And this bundle just came out. This one's fun and goofy and pink / purple, which I love. Would have loved for her hair to be splashed with purple or something, and then I would be like, there was like, if this was a purple leather jacket, it was like dark black but almost purple, so black, you know what I mean? Anyways, yada yada yada. Let's pick someone we haven't. Here we go. He's fun because he's got purple. Alright, enough tinkering. Let's go. It's about time. It took us forever to get to a place where we're finally going to play the game. Hello, hello, hello. We see we got viewers on Twitch. Please, do not be shy. Say hi. And we got some people on TikTok. Let's take TikTok roll real quick. Roll call! Jump through the Infinity Portal desktop to my desktop. Cloudbots, you've been turned off. Yay. I might turn you back on just in case anyone does say hello in chat while I'm busy and not looking at the chat. Please be advised, viewers. When I'm in the matches, I am focused on the gameplay and I get really... Boop. Eva something, Matt something, JC Zaruma, Noliola, Amaya, Pathfinder, Gabrielle Munez, Gloria Perez, Cherry. Thank you for swinging through, guys. I don't think any of you are still here, but hello. I shout out to you after the fact. Thank you for cruising through. If anybody happens to be dropping in right now, I wish I could... Oh, yeah, I should leave this as a note in chat on Twitch Live. Where is the... Here we go. I've got this little blurb already broken up into a couple of pieces. Boom. Let's drop those in chat. Don't be shy and say hi. Please do drop a hello in the chat, especially if you're watching on TikTok, so that I can see you in chat when I check the TikTok tab in between. Because I can't see TikTok chat in Streamlabs, unfortunately. So that I can see you in chat when I check the TikTok tab in between competitive matches. Forgive me, but when competing... I repeat itself because it sounds funny to me when the robot reads it that way. And then also, the two blurbs are like funny and overlapping. Forgive me, but when competing, I must pay attention to the gaming action. I will take breaks in between rounds of gameplay to check up. And or check in is what I meant to write. I should change that. Check in. There we go. Let's repost that. It's just the one sentence for funsies. So something interesting happened the other day that I still feel sad about. Someone asked me, how are you able to stream? And I meant, like, what do you mean how? I'm using Streamlabs to connect to TikTok. And I guess I technically did answer their question, but they were asking me, like, how are you qualified to stream on TikTok? There's a requirement to have X many followers before you can. And I clearly do not have that many followers on TikTok. And that's what he was trying, that viewer was trying to ask me, and I did not understand that part. The part, mostly because I didn't remember and I didn't bring to mind the part about the requirement And I think, excuse for the squeaky chair, I need to spritz that down, and I always forget, and then I'm like in the middle of the stream, like, damn it! I need to take a moment to spritz that chair down with WD-40, which is sitting right over there. The long and the short of it is, I cannot stream to TikTok Live on my phone or my iPad. Although that's changing. I think they're now trying to get me to be able to do it on both devices. But they want me to input my credit card information and or my driver's license information, which is a little much just to be able to use a webcam. Although I get it. That is a way to confirm that you're really who is. But another way to confirm who's really on webcam is to look at me on webcam and then look at my photos that I posted, right? Those are me and my videos. But anyways, I digress. Twitch and Streamlabs have a deal. And now, well, before the ban and all that, but recently, sometime in the last 6 months, or 9 months or a year, it became obvious or clear that TikTok and Streamlabs had made some sort of deal, because they started asking me internally through Streamlabs, not over on Twitch, not over on TikTok when I'm on it in any other format, in any other platform. It never asked me this when I was logged into my own account on my desktop or on the iPad app or on the iPhone app or on the web versions on either of the devices. It didn't matter. I saw nothing about this. I did not qualify. Anytime I looked into how you live stream exploring, logged into my account, I got to a dead end link for a PC download only for Windows of TikTok's own branded Streamlabs-like application, which they don't have available for Windows. Anyways, apparently the solution to that is, instead of making an iOS version of their own studio streaming lab thing, they teamed up with Streamlabs Desktop, and as of version 1.16, I think, they've been promoting, qualifying, and or getting approval for streaming to TikTok through it. It's changed. It initially changed, and I went through a phase where like I would get approved, but then I guess I wouldn't get enough viewers, or I wouldn't stream enough enough hours in the week or whatever. But I've been unapproved and removed from it, and then I could tell that they were like, "Hey, come back and get approved again." And it looked like the tone of everything was different, and it was a different process. And now I just can stream to TikTok. It's built in. And it's free, too. It's not part of the Pro plan for Streamlabs. It is also there. If you get Pro with Streamlabs, which is like $20 a month, I think, you get access to being able to multi-stream to, I think, 8 or 9 or 10 platforms at once, which I never actually did to the fullest maximum number, because with every multiple platform that you're streaming to, the lower the quality on the video on all of the output became. So here we are. These two seem to be a perfect balance, and hopefully we'll finally find the right audience for the weirdness that we're doing here. To that end, let us actually get into some Call of Duty gameplay. We're done with the keyboard, I think. Let's jump over here to the Xbox. Boop. Oh, I'm going to want to run down and get another cup of coffee soon, I think. Alright. I want to reevaluate my decisions about chat and the layout for everything. Okay. Sure. I think I can. I'm going to put you there. Well, hello! I don't know how to pronounce that. But yay! Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Come on in. Much appreciated. If you're new here, I'm an old salty dog. Been playing video games since before most people who are playing now were born. But I missed out on the 20 years of Call of Duty. So everyone who is half my age has played twice as long as I have. I'm a Call of Duty third year noob. So thank you for joining me on this little journey of making up for lost time, making up for all the FOMO of not being able to play for 20 years, for all the reasons that I couldn't play. Not the least of which is that I was very, 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 very busy either training for or professionally working in the live theater industry, either as a performer or a technician, which does not leave you a lot of time for playing a lot of video games, unfortunately. Especially not like time sinks like this one. Epic game, but oh my god, to get anywhere with it, you gotta spend so much time. It's insane. It's not just, I mean, it is about, that is technically a skill issue, which I wouldn't deny. But anyways, welcome, come on in, come on in. I am trying to get better at the game for multiple reasons, not the least of which is for the fun of getting better at the game. And, you know, maybe getting noticed in the community as such, someone that is slowly participating in, you know, getting good at the game, along with everybody else. We all want to get good at the game, right? Don't we? Let me shrink this down a little bit. Okay, that's on the Twitch side. On the TikTok side, I've been debating where to put this. This doesn't work with chat being on top of everything. Alright, this is like weirdly invisible work that I'm doing. Until I move something that you can see. Right? Unless the audio can see. Stay the same over there. I'm just trying to click on this one. I'm going to lower the Xbox a little bit on the visual field. Lower than most streamers put it. And I don't know if that's going to make people go, yuck, it doesn't look right. Or not. I'm going to make the webcam a little smaller. Come here, wake up. Xbox, don't be going to sleep like that. Purpose is, although it's not much, you will at least be able to see like a line of chat that is coming from Twitch and not TikTok. This won't be very helpful should I ever get super large audiences where the chat gets crazy busy, but it usually isn't, as you can see. Alright, that's what I wanted to tweak about that. Let's lock all this down. Maybe tweak the volume a little lower so you're not straining to hear my casual, relaxed voice over the crazy Call of Duty music, which I love. Performance mode. Headsets. Let's go. Oh, you know what I forgot to check is what the should look fine. What the raw feed looks like. I flip back and forth with these. There we go. The chat is where I want it to be. Good. And then the other chat. It's over there. We can make it a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be that big. I don't know why it came out that tall. It's super crazy tall. I think the full column doesn't really want to fit on there. On the screen completely. Okay. Let's find a match. Welcome, friends. So, no, I do not pretend to be amazing at this game. Yes, I do hope to get recognized as an old-timer that doesn't suck. Kind of like all those, like, there's like a handful of octogenaries. Well, maybe not all of them are octogenaries. There's a handful of grandpas and grandmas playing Call of Duty, and I don't know that their stats are amazing, but they must be, you know, it's fun, and, you know, they must be having fun and playing the game enthusiastically. And people are rallying to support them. I'm trying to build a little bit of that for myself. Domination, Payback, or Verguta. I'm easy peasy on maps, as long as they're both domination. Here we go. All right, friends, if you're dropping in on TikTok, if you're dropping in on Twitch, drop a hello, drop an emoji, drop just hi, and then I'll be able to read your name calmly and articulate it clearly in between matches. I can't keep up with all the things all at once, and I gotta pay attention to the actual gameplay. So if you're hearing my voice, drop a little emote, just say hi. Folks, let me know you're here.
Domination.
Let's go.
Capture the objective. Securing Zone A. We've locked down A. We've claimed the advantage, now hold it.
Whoa! Dang it! Also, why are there still
Securing
Terminator events widgets floating around? Oh, brutal! They obviously got me with the better machine. Let's see if we can... First of all, let's see if we can sneak past their expectations.
We lost B.
There's a blind path for me to get at them.
Hostiles
Right here.
reclaim the lead.
Boom! Where was that Scully widget? Did it already disappear on me? Yeah, it did.
Threat clear.
Oof!
Controlling Bravo.
Let's go a different route. I like diversity. Some people were like, always go the same path until you overwhelm them or something. I don't know.
EKIA. Decoy
Why am I
spotted.
getting Terminator heads?
Locking down Charlie. Taking B.
Dang it. It's not making any progress on that.
Taking
Oh,
B.
brutal.
Underway.
At least I got the one guy. Come here. You're not taking this from me.
Securing B.
Hostile planting spring mine. Fancy seeing you here.
Taking B.
Hostile setting gas mine.
Oh, brutal.
Concussion grenade.
Woof.
Frag.
Controlling Bravo.
Incoming.
Taking Bravo. Underway.
Ah, of course. That's silly of me to even try.
Shit, man, you got some balls. Taking the
Controlling
objective.
Bravo.
Watch my six.
B secured.
Arrgh.
Losing B. Losing Bravo. Bravo lost.
Smoked him.
Securing Charlie.
We have to take this objective.
Taking Bravo underway.
Eyes on hostile Semtex.
Taking B. Locked down. Enemy UAV inbound.
Dang it.
Deploying RCXD.
What the fuck was that? I just blew up right there.
Losing B. We lost B.
Oh my god! That was hilarious! I gotta watch this. This guy
Hostile
did.
counter
Ah, I
UAV
just missed him.
above.
He was trying to get me, but I was saved by my own goofball attempt to. Of course not. He blew up all of it.
Losing A.
What happened?
Securing B. Controlling Bravo.
Damn it! I missed all the times. Whoa! What was that? Oh, he just snuck up behind me. Brutal! Whoa.
Blast trap set.
Taking Bravo underway.
Eyes on enemy.
Rescued a guy. Love that. I don't think it's the first time I've ever done that. Make a clip of that. No, I don't have my camera on. Come here, camera. Arrgh!
Your tactics aren't working. Find another way.
time cell.
Mission's bad. Get us the hell out of here.
Let's go.
Enemy target confirmed.
Kudos to everybody. Oh, nicely
Hostile
done.
eliminated.
Woof. Kasparov, 7-6-2. Look at him get me with that. And oh. Do I have that bundle? That ready? That looks like a battle pass version. Let's go look it up. See if we can pop it on. Should I pop the next prestige and just deal with the lockups? Oh wow, I can't believe I just popped the biggest cloud of smoke. Leave lobby, yes. You can't see it. Oh, you can barely see it a little bit there. Please be advised, friends. This is a cannabis-friendly zone. I try to avoid over-promoting it because I don't want to be that guy. But, you know, free rights to everybody. If you want to, you know, weed is safer than alcohol and most fast food for your health. And that's a scientifically verifiable fact. But with anything, friends, there are ways to abuse it and misuse it. And of course, there is a body acclimation learning curve where like you want to be very, very aware of your body's responses to it. And there's a spectrum of ways in which people respond to it. So if you're new, as it becomes more and more popular, although who knows, maybe it'll become less and less common in the not too distant dystopian future. But let us pray its day is available for now. Please be advised, if you're absolutely new, start very small and incrementally explore what the impact to your body is. And it impacts everyone in a unique way because the plant is trying to commune with your body and its needs. You might need a lot of sleep, and it might encourage you very, very, very seductively to just roll on over and take a nap. You don't want to be driving a car. I mean, just like you don't want to be drinking and driving. Don't be smoking. Don't ruin it for yourself. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Learn what the rules are. If you have a disagreement with them, there is a process. And of course, we live in very uncertain times where even that is up for like, well, maybe that isn't even real anymore. That's not even really a thing anymore, I don't think. I don't know. I'm spiraling out of control in this small proviso. Just don't judge me. Don't judge others. If it's not for you, don't partake. And if you want to partake but you don't qualify yet, chill your freaking cajones, friends. Just cool it. Wait a minute. It's not worth the rush. All right. What else? Let's play some. What are we doing? Why did we back out of it all the way? Let's check this for funsies. No, that didn't work the right way. Hello, welcome and come on through. Let's do, I know what we're doing. We said we would check in between matches. Boom! All right, we're at 2883 and solid green of excellence. Most awesome. Boop. Let's check what's going on with TikTok Live. Moon Monopoly joined recently. Thanks for cruising through, Moon Monopoly. Next time, I humbly invite you to stick around. You'll actually hear your name called out. And we'll be able to chit-chat about whatever if you are in the mood. Boom. Okay, I didn't even try with that. Oh, look at that. I did 4 of those. Where was the one about... I thought there was one about something about silencers or things, but I think maybe that was unrelated. Oh yeah, that was one of these. Duh. Look, we're grinding on our score. Oh, look at this! I'm surprised I got... I got as many. A little bit over a third of the way. I'm surprised. I need to like remember how to pull out melee weapons. No wonder that guy was running around like, let's go, Bladey Blade. All right, that was fun. Small map mosh pit. Is this a new? Lifeline Nuketown Warhead. Aha! This is new to me. Warhead is the messed up Nuketown that everyone was complaining about. Do you guys remember the headlines? Fans devastated and outraged at what they've done to Nuketown. Little did they know that it was a fun bonus map and not the only Nuketown that was coming out with this version of the game. Now apparently people are mad at Lifeline, but it's like it's stakeout on water. Like it's just don't even move, just stand there and shoot. Almost. Okay, I have not played Racket, I don't think. I've played Stakeout and it is a headache. Babylon, I have adjusted to Babylon. I've learned its learning curve. Payback I like. Also, Warhead I have not seen yet. I want... Where do I get a Warhead map to just give me Warhead 24/7? I have not played Prop Hunt. I really should. That's going to stick around. Gun game's not going away. Overdrive is a new... It's sort of like dog tags, but they're worth different things. And it's about points. Lowtown everyone hates, but I kind of love that map. Dealership is fun. Bounty is wild. Extraction is a nice, open, straightforward, with basic cover kind of map. Hideout is nice, like in between that. Protocol I've come to love. Skyline I've come to love. Scud is adorable. It's the very first map I played during beta. Nuketown, classic. I had a love for Nuketown from before this game dropped because I knew it from mobile and from the older versions of Black Ops that I've got sitting over here to the side that we're going to play more of. Same thing with Hacienda. Already loved Hacienda. Babylon was new to me. Rewind was new to me. Vorkuta feels vaguely familiar, but I don't think I played it much. I think it's available somewhere in mobile somehow. Derelict and Subsonic, they're all awesome. I don't know why people are complaining. There was a guy in here that was complaining about the map, and I'm like, which map are you talking about? And he was like, the map, and I'm like, I don't understand you. Do you mean the campaign mode? And he never really gave me a sentence that made sense to me. Okay. Third wheel gunfight. Oh, I get it. It's just 3v3 instead of 1v1 or 2v2. Oh, these are new. I mean, I'm surprised they don't have a 1v1 mode. Compete against other couples in this. I get it. It's sort of tied into Valentine's Day. I might play this. But I've been away for a couple of days, so this is just sort of like a, hey, let's reconnect with everything. Control is, I should practice. One of the things I really should do is practice the modes that are the only modes available in ranked over here instead of all this. Kill confirmed will give us. I'm not a fan of HQ because of the no respawns thing. It bums me out. But I should probably play that more. Actually, no. Let's keep it simple. I really do just want to play these three for now. I'll open it up later. Alrighty, friends. Thank you for being here. It's just the top of my streaming day. We're going to dig into some other stuff a little later in the day. This should be a medium to fairly lengthy episode. I mean, I don't think I've ever done like I've never done a full, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to shut up now instead of trying to ramble. Hello to anyone and everyone that may be watching right now. Thanks for being here. I'm going to be unable to stare at the chat feeds during the matches. I'm just too old of a gamer dog to do both things at once. So please drop a hello.
Oh, Skyline.
Drop a hello. Sorry, that was just interesting. And for a second, I went to City Skylines, the city mapper game, and that's not the right thing. What was I saying? If you're listening on TikTok, if you're listening on Twitch/watching, drop a hello in chat. And when you do, please don't violate terms of service and my personal chat rules like you just did with that violation of terms of service. First time chatter. I don't pay for audience, so be gone. Ooh, the rain is coming down. You can hear it over the... I have the video game level pretty low in my headset because I don't want to blast myself out. Speaking of which, I am a professional chain graphics artist and video editor myself, and I make all my own everything. Even if it is rough and tumble, sometimes that's a choice. But anyways, regardless, I'm not going to apologize for my shit right now. I'm capable of more than I'm doing. Let's put it to you that way. It just takes a bunch of time, and I'm not trying to make that kind of content. So please cease and desist from trying to peddle me services that I don't need. Oh, I should be playing the game.
Secure the objective.
Let's go.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Oh!
Oh, here we go.
Hard point locked down. We're winning. Keep it that way. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hard point identified. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point.
2 in the hallway.
Get a UAV on grid.
Ah, I fell off the building. I hate it when that happens.
Hard point is secure.
Enemy off the board.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Oof. Why are we still collecting Skeletor skulls, though? That's kind of hilarious. Dang it.
Hard point located. They've taken the lead.
Woof.
Hard point is active.
That was a close
Hostiles
explosion.
have the hard point.
Ah.
Front.
Hard point locked down.
Oof.
Die already.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Bad guy, 12 o'clock. Kill. Moving up.
Kane requesting LTV on.
Woof.
Get a CUAV on station above.
Hard point located.
TACCOM, get me a UAV.
Brutal.
Hard point is active. Hard point is secure.
I should change out this loadout.
Watch your target ID, punk!
Hostiles have the hard point.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. I forgot to change thingamaloos.
Get me eyes in the sky. Hard point locked down.
Let's go with this
Hard
one.
point identified. Hard point active.
Woof.
Hard point is secure.
Dang it. Woof.
Hostile front!
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hard point locked down. Hard point located. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is active. Hard point is secure.
Dang it.
Enemies have disarmed your spring mine.
Arg.
Enemy CUAV inbound. Hardpoint identified.
Ah!
Enemy UAV
Pisses me
inbound.
off when they're like immediately
Feel that?
behind us.
They're about to break. Give them a nudge.
Got contact!
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Woof.
Kane requesting CUAV. Kane requesting UAV.
Enemy stunned! Hostile gone!
Gotta be lying to me.
Tackle requesting
Brutal.
recon overhead.
Incoming flash! Stunned, inbound!
Bringing in recon. TACCOM, establish counter UAV overflight.
Am I
Hardpoint
accidentally
located.
getting? Boom!
The green. Dispatching team to mock up the
GG,
Good
everybody.
fight, Crimson. Mission success.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why am I still seeing?
Just cutting them down.
Here we go. Hooray! It's gonna be a chill session. I think I'm gonna tinker totter. I think I'm gonna edit my loadouts. Tinker tonker is what I've been saying lately for some reason. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of this. Boop. Let's see what kind of progress we may have made. I thought we had to like look for trinkets, like with the previous event, because of the one of the graphics. Wait, let's look at that graphic. Prove yourself. Each challenge has different requirements in multiplayer zombies and Warzone. But do you see how the image makes it made me think we'd be looking for those dangly bits? Probably not. Okay. Cycle challenge. Earn 500 scores. Complete 30 total rounds in zombies. Complete 5 contracts in Warzone. Gotcha. They each got a different way of doing it. I didn't notice that you could cycle through a 3-stage version of, or variety of. Let's turn off these darn chat bots. End up flooding the zone. And let's purchase some memory tag. TikTok Live. Moon Monopoly is still the most recent viewer that dropped through. Thanks. Okay, so that's interesting to me. I didn't really notice that. Let's look at the different ones. This one is 1,000 using. There's the suppressor. 500 critical kills using weapon with the suppressor on zombies, or 3 headshots in Warzone. Woof. Win 5 matches. Exfil 3 times. 5 matches. We're gonna do 5 matches here in multiplayer. Kill without taking 30 times. Apparently, I'm knocking that out of the park. Whoa! 23 out of 30. I didn't even think we were making progress on that. Get 30 kills in a row without taking damage 10 times. Loot 10 caches. Oh, 10 is easy. I would have gotten that in 1 match. 23 out of 30. Get 30 kills in a row without taking damage in zombies. That'd be relatively easy too, but we're already here. So we're gonna stick with that. What's this one? Melee weapon, 200 kills using melee weapon. Get it in an elimination in Warzone. Just one. Just one. Spy cam or whatchamahoozle. 3 elite zombies or 10 eliminations with custom guns. Let's go to spy cam proxyline. Try to make those happen. That means we got to tinker and get spy cam and prox alarm distributed out to a couple of different loadouts at least. Let's go take a look at that. Where are we? Oh, let's do the battle the token though. What's up? Battle pass screen not working right. I think we need to get up and purge the Xbox's memory. All right. The last time it was doing this, I just had to like exit the game. Like all the way out. Boop. Let's see what's going on with if any new games that I haven't actually noticed have been added to recently added games list. Oh. Kingdom 2 Crowns? I don't know what that is. I'm no good at football games. I've tried. But if people vote for Madden NFL 2025, I will give it a earnest effort. You heard it. You heard it, friends. If you don't know, hold on. If you're not aware, on my Twitch profile over at Twitch, twitch.tv.com. It's not .tv, is it? Maybe it is twitch.tv/Mr. Zeppo. Whichever one it is. You find me on Twitch. You click on About tab. There's an About tab. If you are on a app, like on a phone or a tablet, instead of the web browser, it's going to look weird and different. Try going on a web browser. It looks as intended, most to me, the way I want it to look like on a desktop or a laptop full web browser. Go check it out. There's a little vote box. There's a little almost daily upvote box. I'm down for the challenge. If it's on Game Pass or on Ubisoft Plus and I'm not playing it, you can vote for it. If it's free to play and I'm not playing it, you can vote for it. If it costs money, you can vote for it, and I'll put it on my wish list, and maybe the audience can get it for me, or maybe I can wait a few months and apply my meager, very meager project budget to this future acquisition. But there you go, friends. Give it a whirl. Kingdom 2 Crowns. I don't know what this is. It looks like it's a hand-animated one. Build your kingdom. Oh, I like kingdom builders. Oh, it's a side-scroller, though. Explore 3 unique lands covered in mysterious forests filled with secrets and mystery. Kingdom 2 Crowns is an atmospheric micro-strategy game with wrapped in modern pixel art aesthetics. In-depth campaign mode, playable in solo and co-op. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I love that this is a thing. Let's watch the trailer. Oh, look at this. I'm not even showing you. Come over here. No, not this one. This one. We're looking at this recently added game to the Game Pass. If you're looking down there on TikTok. Kingdom 2 Crowns. I'll put you in full screen and we'll watch the video. Just for funsies. So they changed the name at some point, clearly. It's currently on sale for $5, friends. Support an indie developer who apparently had to change or rebrand the game since making the original trailer. It's also available on Game Pass. And you know what I do, friends? Even though this is not my style of game, what I'm going to do is, for the fun of it and for the fact that I'm supposed to be one of my variety streamer... we have been disconnected. And every time I do that, I sort of play act it like, arr, as if I were a little sitting talking head robot doll that just, you know, are we reconnected? Apparently we are. What were we just talking about? Kingdom 2 Crowns, aka The Call of Olympus, is an interesting kingdom builder side-scroller pixel art aesthetic that's easy to play but has an in-depth campaign mode, which you can play solo or co-op. And for the fun, and it's only a gig, made by Raw Fury. Came out in 2018. So it's not new. It's just new to Game Pass. To support the developers and whoever put all the hard work into making this, because unless they've been bought out and they're no longer getting royalty rights or something, they should get some sort of royalty check for new users that install and participate in the Game Pass program. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on there. We'll do it a first impression review. I will probably explore it a little bit for a good hour or two, and then be like, yeah, that's awesome, but it's not what my passion is in gameplay, and then uninstall it. Madden football, I would decide to sort of just do the same thing. We'll add it to play later. Let's look at the game card. It's a 55 gig install. Nothing hits like Madden. I don't understand football well enough. I'm someone who grew up loving the Super Bowl, but not playing the game or following the rules of the game or learning like the mechanics and systems of the game. I get the fundamentals, and I could watch a game and carry out a conversation with people and not sound like a complete and total foreign but I couldn't play it. I couldn't pretend to play it. That's what you're doing. You're pretending to play the game. You're pretending to coach the game. You're pretending to be all the things, and I don't know enough. But as a gimmick, if y'all get on the and this is just a call to anybody who sees this to engage. If you go on my Twitch tab, on my About tab on my Twitch TV /Mr. Zeppo account, it might be twitch.com, it might be twitch.tv. I forget which it is right now. I don't have it up in front of me. And go to the Almost Daily Upvote box, and no one's nominated it yet, so nominate it, and then follow through and upvote it. If a lot of people vote for it, say, I'll wait 2 weeks. We'll give it a fortnight. Probably no one, like 3 people have ever done this, but hopefully this will be a funny thing, because then it'll force me to play it, and I'll be really bad at it, and it'll be like cringe-worthy content. All right, so that's the challenge, friends. Am I gonna take a little short break right now? No, I'm not. Why did I click on that screen? No, I meant to go back over here. That's the challenge, friends. The vote for a game I would never otherwise play challenge. All right, and we're gonna try and share the magic movie loop of this and see if it catches the attention of new audiences. Clip that! Oh, we've also had another streaming disconnect. It's reconnecting. Should I take a take 4 on that, or should we just proceed? We have Far Cry New done. Yep, we should play that soon. Citizen Sleeper is interesting, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. It's a dice-driven RPG game in a human, heartfelt sci-fi world. You are an escaped android with a malfunctioning bot. Oh, see, that appeals to me so much, because I love androidy things. It's also only 1 gig. Okay, since it's a tiny thing on Game Pass, we'll add those to the list of we're going to do a first impression review soon. We're still way behind schedule on doing Sniper Elite Resistance. We're supposed to do that. Our most recent big first impression review was Eternal Strands. We're supposed to do Orcs Must Die, but then I uninstalled it because I realized I'd already played another version of Orcs Must Die and I didn't really like it. Ninja Gaiden Black is one of those there's a huge crew of people, a huge community of people that played this back in the day, and this is a nostalgia hit, and that they're loving it, whether they're playing it or not. They're loving it that it's there. I've never played any of these games, so I am tempted to challenge myself. I don't know how many gigs is it. 85 gigs. That's a bit big for me to just throw on right now, but we'll put it on the play later list. The play later list is another list from which you can vote. Don't know what to vote for? Go to my play later list, scan through them, and see something that you're like, I want to make him play that. Vote for it on the upvote box. If it costs money and I can't afford it, we'll put it on our wish list, and then I'll try to make a little room in the next pay cycle for my my micro budget for this show to see if I can't get it, or we'll do a little crowdfunding, see if we can't get it that way. This is I think I wanted to play this, but it's a side scroller and I can't. Or is it platformer? Oh no, it's not. Oh, and it's a MOBA, and it's a little too chunky, cartoony, old schooly. My brain is like, I can't tell what is anything. Is that a house? Is that a box? Is that a person? Like, my brain can't read those scenes. Rampage Edition is a premium definitive release of the original 5v5 MOBA hero shooter. Maybe I should give this it's only 17 gigs. You can go vote for that. Anything that's on either of the Game Pass or Ubisoft Plus Pass, you can vote for. All right. So the reason we stepped away from the Xbox is because we needed to reboot real quick to see if it would. Did we already X out yet? Let's see if it'll let us interact with the Battle Pass. We've already listened to this. I love you, but once an episode is enough. Hello, hello, hello to anyone stopping by and checking things out. I am weird, I am wild, I am eccentric, and everything I do on content is real, raw, and radically unscripted. So even if it's fiction, it's really me really earnestly writing the fiction. People accuse me of being fake. I don't know why. Okay. Let's go here. Alright. Which thing are we trying to unlock? This is a new machine. This is the Fang 82. We've already gotten versions of the Fang. Although I do like getting into the original template. Are we most eagerly building towards this one? ASG 89. Is this a new machine? This is an interesting bundle for a machine. Two more rewards anywhere to unlock the 14th page. Well, easy peasy. We're on the verge of unlocking page 14. What is this machine? Oh, that's the new one with the PPA. These are very reminiscent of the crossover to whatever that soldier universe that gave us the first mechanized buzz blade saw, like the blade saw sword, which I still adore, but we can't use here. We have to go use it in Warzone or something, or in Modern Warfare 3. Okay. I have 13. If I were to get one right now, how much is the... I don't know if I would get the Valentine Day one. What is this about? This is very, like, Prince of Persia. That is a brilliant melee blade. For Nazir? That's cute. It's very, you know, sands of time. That's cute for the Molotov. That's interesting, but it doesn't have any... I would have made one that utilizes that awesome, giant, badass blade we gave that character. Ah, Slayer of Kings. See, look, it even comes with a little thing of the blade. Like, yeah, what a sad... Like, this is... That's better... Honestly, that's better suited for a cute lady operator with... To be like a badass, like, I can tumble the dude, anybody, boom, let's go. He seems to use a stabby gesture at the very beginning, but it's like, no, I should have really featured the giant blade. And it should have been like I snuck up on you and still managed to, like... ruin you with it. Because look how awesome that blade is. These are some of the things where it's like, oh man, if I had been at that table, I would have had like artistic input that like meshes with the technology. Especially the more of an understanding of the technology I may have had, or would theoretically have if I was at the thing. That's where this loading screen comes from. I don't get the pilot operator ones because... Oh! That's kind of freaking hilarious. See, like, I would love, to, and I've talked about this before in the show, all through Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and I'll talk about it again. I would love to be able to get just that animation. And it'd be great if this were the full price to get the entire bundle, and each thing was like, oh, you can also just spend whatever this prorated amount of CP appropriately be, so that we can just get this particular item or that particular item. Let's say I don't like the machine, I don't like the operator, but I love the finishing move. You pay the correct profitable fraction of the total CP that the bundle costs to get just that. Please and thank you. Amen. Hallelujah. It'd be so great. I would totally get piecemeal pieces of all the bundles. Way more than I would get full complete bundles consistently. You know what I'm saying? And I think so would more people that, generally speaking, would at an individual, like for themselves, spend less money than others would, right? But for them it would be more exciting of a purchase each time. And aggregate means more money overall. Duh, like better profits. By making entrance to acquisition more equitable for everybody that's playing. Okay. Because there are people who are playing who like can't afford to get into a lot of the optional content that's available here. And you know, there's a whole debate and argument to be had about its appropriateness or its equitability. And there's definitely examples in the industry where they were just like vipers. They were just like, it was just bad business. And I'm not trying to defend any of that. Some people argue that Call of Duty is there. I don't know that it is. But also, yeah, it depends on how comfortable you are with the idea of like paying access for these virtual items, right? The majority of which are entirely cosmetic, except for the ones that are accused of being supposedly pay to win. I don't know who to pick. I sort of love all the hoodie guys. Who did? See, like part of me kind of wants plenty. But like that's a lot of cash to shell out. And for the purposes of this is not me doing it as a personal thing. It's me doing it as a sustainable budget, and I'm sticking to the budget, not others. Duh! What am I trying to do? I'm trying to pick a character to play. Let's go. What did we want to change in the loadout? We've already put combat axe and stuff in. Okay. We gotta get some more headshots and some doubles. Oh, look at that! We unlocked thing already. Or we switched the display switched as soon as they got closer. The AEK. Which loadout do we have that's got the AEK? This one. Okay. Cool. Let's temporarily favorite this one and go with it. To knock out that this thing. Alright, we'll see about that axe thing. I'm trying to get used to it. Well, that team deathmatch, but oh, I guess we just launched it. Alright, never mind. Let's go! Hello, friends. Welcome in. We'll pop on over through the desktop infinity portal of desktop portals through infinity to see what's going on. All right, Twitch, monitor, live, TikTok. Rafa, thanks for stepping through. Hello, those of you who joined. Don't be shy. Drop in and say hi, please. Just drop a hello. I hope those are permanently like available to see. I guess I could go to TikTok on one of my other devices that are not currently being engaged or used. Let's get back to the game, though. Let's go. I'm gonna want to go get more coffee because we're gonna be up all night playing Call of Duty. Is that flicker in the screen like normal, or is that a problem with my setup? It's supposed to be like an effect.
You are HVT. Stay alert.
What? What happens if I do this? Whoa.
RCXD maneuvering.
Hostile HVT located. Protect our HVT.
Get down, frag.
Woo! I didn't think I'd be good at this, man. We just unlocked that thing already. That's cute.
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. We've claimed the advantage, now hold it. Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe. Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Planting spring line.
Oh, brutal.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe.
Please just randomly hit them. It'd be so dope. Ah, brutal. How did I not see them?
Eliminated.
I can't just stay this way.
Enemy HVT is down.
Dang it.
Protect our HVT. Hostile HVT located.
Incoming storm.
Enemy arcade.
Ooh.
Enemy taken down.
We took out their HVT. Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Oh, brutal. They're behind us, not in front of us. Why would they have a bunch of friendlies there?
We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
Oh, what is that shit's in the way?
You're falling behind, Crimson.
Oh, brutal.
HVT under fire.
Oh.
Repeat, HVT under fire. They got our HVT.
Ah, okay, I'm sad I missed it. I almost had them there. Why am I still getting freaking...
Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe.
Help.
Enemy HVT is down. We're winning. Keep it that way. HVT is taking fire. The package safe.
Ah!
Hostile HVT located. Hostile LDBR drop detected.
It was only a matter
Yay.
of time.
We took out their HVT.
Brutal.
Our HVT has been
Oh,
eliminated.
bummer.
Hostile
I just
RCXD in
get
your
that guy with
area.
it?
Protect our HVT.
Ah!
Deploying Archangel.
Oh, how did I miss him?
HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under
shit.
fire. Enemy HVT is down.
Sad I missed so much. That was sad and ridiculous.
Enemy HVT on site. Take them out.
Oh! Grr.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe. We're ahead, but stay alert. Marshall's people are no fools. They got our HVT. Friendly HVT on site. Keep them safe.
Back on the guys overhead.
How did I miss that? I was
Operating RCXD.
so good.
We took out their HVT. HVT under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire. Our HVT has been eliminated.
Oh, that was close. It was good times.
Transfer.
Fairly certain we got that column cut. Or got really, really close, or much closer to it than before. When was that? I don't remember being AFK like that. What the? When did that even happen? Wait, look, seriously though, that was really weird. That was me looking like I was completely AFK, way over there on the grassy helicopter pad thing. That I think is a helicopter pad that doubles as like a golf pitch. You know, to do a little bit of like, whatever you call that, when you're just doing the putt. Should I do this? Should I skip this? Should I like get it over with now? Alright. Oh, we completed the thing! My ratio was pretty decent too. I've been forgetting to check this out. Okay, let's back out of this. Let's go look at the event. Ah, the Terminator event's still going on. That, duh, we still got 6 days worth of that. This is a piggyback. They should have made this double too. They should have made this 14 days or whatever the Terminator was and just have it overlap. But whatever, we got only 6 days left of this. We completed this one, yay! I'm kind of surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. A new weapon. It's a marksman TR2. And then this is a Black Cell exclusive. This dude, weird operator head. I wish it was more purple than black and red, but whatever. I'm gonna accept it. Oh, spy cam and or prox alarm. We got to do those. All right, that's what we're gonna tweak next. And then I do kind of want to take a little mini break. Where did they go? Is it tacticals? Yes, they are. Okay. Just gotta learn how to use these. Changing the things. Welcome, welcome in, welcome through. Anybody watching? Come on by. Don't be shy. We're not in-game action. Let's put it over here. Hello, friends. Whatever platform you're watching on, whatever time zone. As long as you are relaxed and groovy, then you are welcome, member of the community. I mean, that's all I ask. And if some people are like, what does that even mean? I mean, that means, like, say what you want, but do it in a civilized and polite way, and don't get all edgelordy. You know what I mean? Just don't be rude. We can have public discourse, civilized public discourse about just about anything. And if those who claim that is impossible, y'all just saying more about yourselves than you realize. And you don't get it. Like what that even means. Okay. I do want to rearrange stuff. Let's just rock like a solo build of that. This can stay. Oh, I have this right here, huh? Let's change that up. Which is the one that I keep seeing people use that I'm like, dang it, that's really strong. I do have a bunch of my own experimental builds of these. Oh, I don't think we ever even tried Ted is a Liar. Ted is a Liar and Liar's Gambit I've like never played with. Let's put them there. Let me start mixing these up as well. I think we're gonna go with the stay with the muzzle scopes. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Keep that forever until I change my mind. Break up all this XM4 madness. This one. This has been a fun combo. Let's change up this selection. Oh yeah, we haven't been using the cipher as much as we kind of thought we would. Put some shotguns in. I haven't done that in a minute either. There we go. All right. What do we want to focus on next and from this event? I'm sorry to keep bouncing around and like over analyze. That's just going to be passive. That one's just going to be earning the score. with a suppressor. So we just need to get a suppressor going. It'll take me forever to try to get 3 headshots in Warzone. I don't play Warzone often enough. That's just going to happen passively. I need to just make melee weapons happen. Spy Cam Tactical, we just loaded up for that. Alright, we are geared up and ready to grind this event to get as much of it progress on it started out today. Oh, you know how we'll do it. Let me check things. Okay, let me view this. It's unlocked, so we're gonna max this out right to the very edge. Boom. And we'll do the same over here. There. Yeah. Even if it looks like I want to bump my head into it. Okay, and then on this side, lock this business down. Now the webcam. Sorry for this weirdness, fellas, everyone, friends. Just trying to get this situation to look as interesting as possible. I'll shrink that down a little bit. Where did the chat box end up? That's fine. Like that. Straight up. Okay. Just on the TikTok stuff. Tedium. Oh, I want to walk all the way down to the store, get another cup of coffee before we play more. But I don't want to break up the stream. But I don't want to leave you guys just watching a slideshow and music. I haven't even set up a proper playlist so that I can play more than one track at a time. Can you believe that this whole time I'm like, I've got a playback app on that device I could use to make a playlist of my own music that I can just play and leave playing and not worry that we run out of music because it would just keep looping around. But no! I haven't bothered to set it up. Any hoodles. I wish I could make that box go away. I guess I could drop another copy of the weird background thing and then put it behind there. But that sounds dumb. We'll put it... Where's the chat again? Yeah, never mind all that. We're going to leave it right where it is. Alright, blah, blah, blah. Do I take a break or not? We're going to take a little tiny break. I'm going to run up and down the stairs 15 times just to get the blood flowing. We'll be right back. Oh, let me patch that iPad back in. I unplug it because I worry about it overcharging the battery.